Welcome back again. Today we're going to have a look at some screwdrivers. Okay, so I got a few screwdrivers laid out here. You can see they come in different sizes, longer, bigger, smaller, short blades, short handles, little stubby screwdrivers, things like that. Okay, so we'll have a look at the different types of tips. So the first one we're going to have a look at is the standard tip or a slot tip, just a blade screwdriver. Okay, you can see that the sides flare out a little bit. Not commonly used anymore for assembly, unless you're doing antique type screws, things like that. But very prone to slipping and damaging projects, so you got to be careful with these. Okay. The next version of the slotted one that we're going to see, and I pointed out the flare here. So this one is a cabinet tip slot screwdriver. So you can see the sides stay parallel all the way up through, for fitting it into pre-drilled or countersink holes in your project. So that's a cabinet tip. Okay. Next one we're going to have a look at is the Phillips tip screwdriver. So I'm not sure if you can see, but it's kind of a little plus sign in the at the tip here, a little cross at the top. Okay. So they come in sizes from 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, with 0 being the smallest and 4 being the biggest. So depending on the size of the screw that you're using, you need to have an appropriate size Phillips screwdriver. Next one I want to mention is a posi drive. Okay, I don't have one here today, but it's very similar to the Phillips head screwdriver. But if you use a posi drive screwdriver for Phillips, you'll probably end up stripping out the screws and having kind of making a mess of the project. So make sure that you have, and posi drive, you'll probably see it European type hardware, cabinet hardware, concealed hinges, things like that, or assembly parts in furniture. So make sure you have a proper screwdriver for the proper screws. Next one we're going to have a look at is probably the most common for a woodworking assembly is the Robertson tip. Okay, so this particular one is a number 2 Robertson, and I can tell that by the size. And they're also associated with colors. So a yellow-handled Robertson screwdriver is a 0 size. Okay, a green-handled Robertson would be a number 1, red number 2, and then black would be a number 3. Okay, last little one I want to mention is this offset screwdriver. Okay, so if you're in tight places and you need to get some screws in or out, then you can use these little offset guys. And you can get them in Phillips, Robertson. This one's got a cabinet tip on this side and a Phillips tip on the other side. So depending on your application, you got lots of different types of screwdrivers that you can use for assembling or taking apart projects.